NJ Show. I hope you're all doing well. Let me just double check that we're live. Once I can confirm that we're live, we will kick it off. We'll kick it off. Just bear with. Just need to double check. Are we live? Can somebody in the chat let me know? Okay, we are live. We are live. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope everybody enjoyed the episode that we did the other day with Trader XO. That was really good. We're going to get SC on soon as well. Lots to talk about today. This is not, again, this is going to be a different type of episode. For those of you who have been watching the show over the last year, you guys will know that I did say a time would come, a time would return when the show would change a little bit and that we would focus more on altcoins. Not only would we focus more on altcoins, but what are we looking for when we're looking at altcoins? What is it? What is it that entices us? Well, look, let's just be honest. We're looking for 10, 20, 50, 100x's, even 1,000x if possible, you know? So how do we get that? How do we get 1,000x? What level of risk do we need to use? How do we use trading to help us get that? Is it trading? Is it investing? What do we do to get that 100x? You know, now to give you some examples, I made a lot of X's in the last cycle. One of the coins that I longed in the last cycle gave me roughly around 800x. Okay, so now we need to make sure that we can replicate that in the next cycle. Whether 800 is going to come or 1,000 is going to come ever again remains to be seen. But what we can say is that we're definitely going to see 50 to 100 X's in the next cycle, because this is cryptocurrency and this is what cryptocurrency does. This is why people come to cryptocurrency. So look, I'm your man. I'm Trader NJ. If you're new here, welcome to the show. And if you're not new here, then enjoy it. We've got a lot to cover. I'm going to share my screen in a minute. We'll do a quick market review just to see what is currently going on in the world of Bitcoin. And then what we'll do is we'll start talking about some altcoins. Okay, altcoins is really what I want to focus on going forward from now, simply because we're getting to that stage now where time is running out. You know, time is really running out. And yes, I can see in the chat some of you are saying 800x, but it was true. I can show you the coin and I can show you how I did it. I can show you what I plan to do in the next cycle as well, and you know, hopefully we'll do it together. You know, so stick around. If you're tuning in, stick around. We've got a bit of an episode to go. There's going to be at least an hour's worth of waffling from Trader NJ, you know, so stick around. So looking at Bitcoin, let's just have a very quick look on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. When we zoom out, what are we seeing here? Well, number one, we're in that same famous range. We haven't moved at all. Number two, if we are to zoom in a little bit, we can see where the bulk of price action has been trading. Okay, now the bulk of price action has been trapped in this area right here, and it has not stopped. It's been since, you know, June, since the third week of June, that we've been trapped in this price action. Now, as we were breaking down in this sort of area here, let me just zoom in a little bit further for you guys. As we started breaking out of this range here to the downside, you know, we got a little bit excited. We thought, all right, finally, we're going to get some sort of breakdown. We've got a clean trade towards, you know, 27,900, 28K, let's say. I think 27,800 is the proper level, but let's just say 28K. We thought we were going to get that, but did we get that? No. Instead, we got to push back up into the range to get all the bulls excited. But then at the same time, we've now come back below the range again as well. So I guess the next question is now, what's Bitcoin going to do? There's really two ways of looking at it. Really only two ways of looking at it. And that's what makes the price action really crappy, you know? So the only two ways that I can look at this, and if I go down into maybe the H4, this might be a good example, or even potentially the H1. H1 should do it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, when it comes to this price action here, we're looking at two things, all right? Of course, there are only two options anyway. We're either going to buy it or we're going to sell it, right? So in this particular instance, I'm currently a seller, okay? In this instance, currently I'm a seller. However, that doesn't mean that I can't flip my bias to go long, all right? Now, I've given you the range here, and what I've done is I've not just marked it out in lines, I've actually drawn some rectangle boxes, the gray rectangle boxes there. So you can delineate the difference between sort of support and resistance, you know? Now, essentially, what I'm looking for is we've already had one attempt back into the range and it failed, all right? So pretty much anybody who tried to long this reclaim got stopped out, and that's okay because that's just part of the game. All right, you're going to lose money in crypto. And I'll say this before I continue talking about Bitcoin, anything that we say here isn't financial advice. We're here to talk about cryptocurrency. We're here to talk about Bitcoin. We're here to talk about altcoins. We're here to talk about anything that relates to crypto. But at the same time, some of those things will make you $1,000,000. Other ones will not make you any money at all. So similarly here, it applies to longing and shorting too, right? So anybody who longed the inside of this range, they've been stopped out. At the same time, if we're going to get a breakout now, hopefully we should start seeing price sort of trend towards the downside here. At the same time, we need to remember that, price is forming a bit of a higher low right here. We could easily break above like this, come back like this, retest, and then we could start going for 31k. At this stage of where we are now, of this range in particular, if we was to get back inside this range, we need to remember that all of this price action that we've had here up until now would become a deviation. And if it becomes a deviation and we get back in the range, honestly, I think that we're going to probably go to 32k, in my opinion, in that particular instance. Can we go higher? Yes, we can. Does it matter right now? No, it doesn't. So look, we don't have to worry about that. At the same time, if you're following me in the Telegram chat, I've put 2 trades up in the Telegram chat over the last couple of days. I am currently short MATIC, right? So let's have a look at MATIC USDT very quickly. Hopefully Bitcoin should be covered there. Take a screenshot if you don't understand. I've given you the long scenario and I'm already short, so you shouldn't need more than that. Now looking at MATIC very, very quickly, I've got my range, I've got my higher time frame range, which I've marked out. You can see all the levels that I've got there. At the same time, if we zoom in to MATIC, here's what I'm looking at, I'm looking at a big break of this trend line here. I'm looking for continuation to the low. Sol is the most obvious 10x ever. Yeah, we're going to start talking about altcoins in a minute. Let me wrap up with this, and then we're going to go through CoinMarketCap, and we're going to talk about altcoins and how we're going to get X's from each of them. So don't worry, stick around with me. Stick around, all right? Now, MATIC's broken this trend line. Did I catch the absolute reclaim of this trend line? No, I did have an initial entry at 75 cents, which I puked because it was bad trading for me. I thought we were going to bounce in this area here. So give me something to spot by, says Khalil. Patience, everyone, patience. Just give me 5 more minutes to talk about the market, and then we're going to talk about altcoins. Smash a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. There's plenty to talk about, all right? Plenty. Share the video as well. We need to get this audience growing now because it's almost time, So with MATIC, once again, I've been watching the breakdown. There was a level that I saw, which I really, really liked. There was a reactionary level, and that is this low right here. I'll show you the low. This low right here, and I'll make that a bit thicker for everybody. There we go. It was that low right there. Notice how every time we get above it, we can't stay above. We break down instantly. So as soon as we gave us that spike back into 70s, I didn't touch it. It was this candle right here. It was just this candle right here. I didn't actually touch it straight away. What I did was, as soon as I started seeing it close back inside, as soon as I got this close right here, I said, look, I'm short. I'm short. OP price action stopped me out shorting. Well, we haven't been stopped out on OP. I'll cover OP in just a second, so don't worry about that. We're far away from getting stopped out from when I last checked. So as soon as that happened, I got in, and now, yep, we're trending lower. Where am I expecting MATIC to really go to? I'm looking for the 60-cent marker. If I was to give you an example, it's very similar to sort of, what we're seeing here. And then we've got this area here, which I'm expecting something like this to be like that. Then I'm expecting some kind of drop. I'm not expecting a drop as big as this straight away, but At the same time, I'm expecting a drop towards 60. After 60 cents, we'll see what happens. I know other people are aiming for much lower. They're aiming for 58, 57, 50. I know that, but we'll trade it as it comes. All right. So that's what my situation is on MATIC. If you're not on board MATIC already, well, look, my invalidation is pretty much just above the range level. It's at 72 cents, right? It's a little bit tight. I understand that the stop loss is a little bit tight, but the reason I've put it in tight is because if Bitcoin does deviate, I want to get stopped out very quickly and I want to reassess the market for what it is then and there. I don't want Bitcoin to reclaim the range, start pushing upwards, and then we hold through all of that. It doesn't make any sense. Either we're going to go to 60 cents or at least 64 cents to take profit a little bit, right? Or 60 cents, and then we'll see what happens. Now, OP, I've seen some people talking in the chat about OP. So yesterday, oh, sorry, excuse me. Before I do that, before I say that, now with MATIC, one last thing with MATIC for everybody who's watching this, if we do get any push up, right? Any push up back into the entry areas, you can then take the trade. Will I be adding to the trade? No, I won't be adding to the trade. If we start reclaiming this area here and I start seeing that we're finding acceptance over this initial entry that we got, which was around 69.60, at that point I'll decide whether or not I want to reduce my position, if I want to maybe cut the position, or if I think that it's going to go lower for that final 60 cents. Overall, this could just be a consolidation here where price chops a little bit, drops the target, and then we'll see what happens next. It's very, very possible, okay? So that's MATIC. That's if you're not on board, and if you are on board, I'm telling you what I'm doing as well, all right? Maybe 63, 64 cents. I would love to take some profits there to begin with, all right? Maybe leave a little moon bag running for that 60 cents. Now, in regards to OP, let's talk about OP because we've got a comment here that says, I just saw it. Hold on. Bruv, your executions are bad. Don't know why I should listen to your advices. Well, look, there's a few things I can say there. Number one, if you're copy trading, you're not going to make it, unfortunately. If you're trying to make it, think about it. You're asking for millions of dollars. You've come into cryptocurrency. You want to make it in life. But then the way your plan of making it in life is to copy somebody else's trade and not even use their stop loss. You're just using their entry. So if we go to OP right now, let's actually analyze what I said when I said, let's look at OP, right? So I said for OP, I said, I am short 163, okay? Price is currently at 166. My stop loss is 177, which is here. So this is the trade that I put out for everybody yesterday, all right? Hold on, bear with. 163. Yeah, I think mine's a tiny bit higher than 163, but I'll put it as 163. 163, there we go. My stop loss is here. My target is roughly around here. Okay? Now, if we bring that into context, let's just, hold on. There we go. If we bring that into context, and this is the trade that I've given in the Telegram, then I don't understand how anybody's been stopped out because I've not been stopped out. My stop loss is 177. I specifically put 177 because this is not a very liquid market. It's a very illiquid market. If price is going to stop me out, it's probably going to go a lot higher. Look at all these inefficiencies that we've got from here all the way down. We could see price potentially coming up to $2, $2.10. So I've put my stop loss at 177. I've put it in the Telegram that my stop loss is 177. So if you've gotten stopped out, then you need to relearn how to read English. Maybe English isn't the language for you. And maybe you need to find somebody else in the cryptocurrency space that speaks your language. Then you'll understand that 177 means when you're entering your stop loss on Bybit or Binance or whatever platform you're using, you have to put 1.77 in the stop loss area. And then you have to pick how much you're risking. So I'm risking whatever I'm risking, my normal amount. And to be honest, where for me anyway, it's less than half a cent. It's like nearly 2 cents, not even 2 cents away from my original entry. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. Did I set an expectation that the price was just going to drop all the way? Or did I say something that was wrong? I don't know. we didn't get the best entry, but you never will in trading. We might even get stopped out. I'm open to getting stopped out right now as well. But really and truly, for OP, when looking at the lower time frames, it's pretty simple what I'm looking for here. Really, if I'm to here we go right here. If I'm if you want to play the conservative play, I was looking at OPBTC. I was looking at some other confluencing factors. I think Bitcoin is might continue lower now. There's reasons for it to continue lower now. Now, if you want the conservative play, then it's very easy. Just wait until we get back under this trend line. Hold on, bear with. Where's my pen gone? Hey, oh there it is. You wait for it to get back below this trend line. The moment we've got below this trend line and you see this area here, you can short that, but for me, I just wanted a higher entry. I knew what my risk was. I knew the reason that I took it. I did see this channel as well, so that's why I've taken the trade that I've taken. Now, you shouldn't be getting stopped out. So for example, like this guy here, I'm bringing him back on the screen now. I should probably block you, bro, because you're not good at following rules, so I'm not sure if I should even do that. I'm still considering it, to be honest. But anyway, that's OP. So look, we've had a look at Bitcoin, we've had a look at MATIC, and we've had a look at OP. So now it's important. And look, Ray says it here as well. Ray says it here. Don't risk too much. It's all good. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If you're going to copy, look, we've got some smart people in the chat. If you're going to copy, don't risk too much, and at least copy it well. It was, let me read out what I said, right? Because just in case I'm being an idiot here, yeah? Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to copy the post link and I'm going to share it here so that everybody can see for themselves what Trader NJ wrote, okay? So, here we go. Here's the message that was in the chat. I'm short OP. So I understand you guys, we all have the same pairs now, right? My stop loss is 1.77. My target is 1.30. This is running alongside my MATIC trade. Please don't over risk, degenerates. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. You help who you can help. You help who you can help. But anyway, look, regardless, there's your trigger for OP. If you want to take it the conservative way, I've marked it out for you there. There you go. Some pretty drawings, squigglies for you. There, that's how you get in, all right? Now, what I really want to do is I want to talk about the main topic of today's episode, and that is altcoins. Now, in order to talk about altcoins, what I need to do is we need to look at Bitcoin and we need to understand what Bitcoin is. Mohammed says, was your 800x floky? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. My 800x was floky. Indeed, it was. And we'll talk about that in a little bit as well, and sort of, what I'm looking for in terms of how to identify any of these coins in the future, because there are a few things that we need to learn and understand, which I can see that the class of 2021, class of 2022, 23, you guys don't really understand that fully. So what I'm going to do is, number one, we're going to talk about investing and how, when you invest, what to expect when you're investing. So for example, right, we're going to start with looking at Bitcoin, and I'm going to get a little bit comfortable now because this is my favorite subject. I love talking about this, and especially we've got good people here as well. Please do smash a like on the video. I know some of you guys are in the office, some of you are at work, some of you are at home, and some of you aren't even watching it at your desk or on your phone. But if you're at your desk and you can smash a like, it will mean the world to me. I like getting over 100 likes per episode. It helps with the algorithms. It helps with growing the channel. It helps with the engagement. It gets you guys engaging more often as well. So if you can, I would super appreciate it. And just before we kick off, please do subscribe to the channel. We are growing this channel. I'm going to be your go-to guy. We're going to be talking about altcoins every other day in the next market, starting from now. Not even the next market, starting from now, we're going to be looking and identifying altcoins. But where it's really, really going to pick up is when the money starts coming back in. This time next year, I imagine there's going to be 10, 20 altcoins to talk about a day. Right now, we're in that area where it's calm, it's quiet. Tokens are launching. There are lots of coins that are launching. There are IDOs, and we are going to discuss IDOs as well. But at the same time, we're not going to get as many that will be launching, for example, next year when the money's really pouring in. However, because there are only a few altcoins now, those are the ones that are going to potentially print you 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x. So how are we going to capitalize on those? Let's begin. All right. I'll take a drag of my vape, maybe check some comments, and then we'll begin. All right. So at the moment, NJ showing us his art now. Smash the likes. Love you, bro. Thank you, Dubsdorf, very much. What have we got Michelle saying here? Michelle says, people are responsible for their own trades. Imagine someone complaining about free alpha. Honestly, we have got some really smart people here. We have got some really smart people in the chat. I have to say, most of the community that we've built, and by the way, for anybody tuning in that's new, this is an organically built community. Everybody that you see in the chat right now, everybody that you see liking the chat, engaging with us, anybody that you see sharing it on Twitter, all of these people have been here with us from day one. This is a community that we've built all together. It's not the NJ show without the NJ community, you know? So I know that we have got some really smart people here. Oh, I like it. I like it already. NXRA, remind me about that in the next 20 minutes because that is going to 20x again. That is going back to $1. That used to be called ALBT. Somebody remind me in the chat to talk about Alliance Block, all right, in the next 20 minutes. A couple more comments and then I'm going to start waffling. All right. NJ in capital letters. Can you tell me where and how you store your capital if invested or not? That is a very broad question, brother. Very, very broad question. Number one, you're going to need this. Hold on. Let me bring it for you over here. Now, this is an empty box, but you're going to need this. This is called the ledger. That's the first thing that you're going to need. Number two, you're going to need MetaMask. Number three, if you start making millions, you're probably going to need something a little bit more secure and something with a bit more fail safes like Gnosis or something like that, you know? Dax says killer show. Thank you. We haven't even really kicked off yet, bro. We haven't kicked off, but thank you. What's your take on waiting for BTC rotation into okay, all the questions are coming in now, right? Okay, I can't take all of these questions right now because we need to kick off. All right, so starting with Bitcoin now, please let me grab your attention. When it comes to Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin now on the screen. Bitcoin $29,000. The market cap is $567 billion. All right, so when we're looking at Bitcoin, sorry, I've seen another comment. I really like this. Show him some love. Show him some love. You are a humble guy. First stream with you, bruv. Appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to the community. Everyone in the community, show him some love. So we look at Bitcoin and we see $567 billion in market cap. Now, if we scroll all the way up on Coin Market Cap, right at the top, it actually tells you the market cap of the entirety of crypto. So the entirety of crypto right now is sitting at $1.16 trillion. And Bitcoin essentially takes up half of that. Whoopsie. Bitcoin takes up half of that. And we can actually see that on the chart as well. If we go to BTC.D, this is how much dominance Bitcoin shows in the market. And right now, we are sitting at 50.28%. Okay, so when we're looking at cryptocurrency, already we can say, all right, we've got Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin something I want to invest in? All right, well, we know that it's the doorway into crypto. Bitcoin is the currency that the big whales are going to play with. That's number one. Bitcoin is the currency that we identify whether or not we're in a bull market with. That's number two. Because when Bitcoin is going up, everybody gets excited. And when Bitcoin is going down, there's fear and uncertainty and despair all across the board, which we can agree is facts, right? But is Bitcoin going to give you 100x? In my opinion, it's not. Okay? Now, for Bitcoin to go from 29K and do 100x, Bitcoin needs to go to $2.9 million. Okay? Can it happen? Look, I'm not going to put anything past Bitcoin, all right? Bitcoin started from 0 and it went to 69K. So I'm not saying that it can't go to $10 million. I'm not saying it can't do that. But will it do that in the next cycle? Has history shown us that in the next cycle, Bitcoin is going to potentially give us 100x? Very, very unlikely. And me personally, with my own personal opinion, I could see Bitcoin going to maybe 150K. I could see it happening. I could even see an argument for 250, you know? If it did go to 250K, that would probably print you maybe, I would say 8x, 8.5x from the current price now. All right? Now that's all right. That's not bad. At the end of the day, we can't talk about any other asset that's just going to give you 8x. All right. So Bitcoin is already up there. We already give it the credence that it deserves. And if we take Bitcoin as for what it is, it's a currency, and that's all Bitcoin is, just a currency. Now, when you're looking at something like Ethereum, you're betting on something else. You're betting on something else now with Ethereum. With Ethereum, you're betting on the development of crypto. All right. Now, try and keep up with me. The development of crypto is a cryptocurrency that, yes, it serves as a currency, but it has the building blocks to allow other people to come and build their projects on Ethereum. So you've got Bitcoin, which people tout as a store of value. You have take care, Terrapoda. Appreciate you joining the chat. Appreciate everybody joining the chat. You have Bitcoin, which is the digital gold. It's the store of value. It's your hedge against things like inflation. It's the hedge against, capitalism and corporate greed. That's what Bitcoin does. It removes the middleman, the banks, the central banks. You control your Bitcoin. You focus on things like speed when you're talking about Bitcoin. You focus on things like fees when you're looking at Bitcoin, because those are the things that pertain to you. You don't have to contact anybody. You don't have to go through any hurdles. You don't have to sign any contracts. You just have to pick where you're sending your money or pick where you're receiving your money with Bitcoin. And then it all comes down to how quick it is and how expensive it is. All right. Now, Ethereum comes along and says, well, look, we are faster than Bitcoin. We are developmental, much more than Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin has room to grow in the future, but with Ethereum, we are at a much lower market cap. So let's look at the market cap of Ethereum. The market cap for Ethereum is 220 billion. So now we're already seeing that it's half of what Bitcoin is. Keep the questions coming in. I see all the questions coming in. I'm not ignoring you. Just stick with me. We are going to do questions, I promise. All right. In return, smash a like on the video for me. Excuse me. Subscribe to the channel. Show me some more love in the comments. I will come to these questions. Now, L says, I am in the car. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm at my desk. Take it easy. Don't worry. Don't text while you're driving. Just wait until the next episode and ask your question then. Now, we see that already at $220 billion, Ethereum sits at half of the price of Bitcoin. So automatically you're thinking, well, look, if I'm going to look for an investment, number one, I can see that if Ethereum was at the market cap of Bitcoin, we're looking at a potential 2.5x. So that would put Ethereum roughly at $5,000. And right now it's $1,800. So if we are to get a big dip in the market, let's say, for example, we get a big dip in the market and Bitcoin goes back to 15K and Ethereum goes back to $900. Imagine how crazy that would be in this market. But what we'd be looking at that point is, well, if Ethereum is under $1,000, I know that to catch up with Bitcoin at 30K, it's only a 5x. To catch up with Bitcoin at 69K, it's going to be a 10, maybe 12, maybe 13x. So suddenly you start looking at Ethereum and you're saying, wait, hang on a second. If I'm going to buy Bitcoin and potentially get an 8x or 9x, it might be better to park. What? Why is Siri talking to me? It might be better to park some capital into Ethereum, because Ethereum is probably going to give you 12x or 13x at the top. This is where crypto starts becoming a bit mad. Okay? Because now you start building a list. Now we go over to BNB chain. CZ comes along and says, all right, we've got Bitcoin, we've got Ethereum, we are BNB. What does BNB do? BNB is an exchange token, but not only is it an exchange token, it's also a layer 2 token. Not only is it a layer 2 token, but it is a coin that is widely used across the crypto space. Now, why would you use BNB? Everything that we're doing right now is an exercise. Everything that you are all listening to right now is an exercise. I am training your mind to understand what to talk about, what to ask, and how to view CoinMarketCap when you come on this website. Because this is going to be your key tool. This is going to be your best friend going into the next cycle, especially early on. You all need to live on this website the way that we live on TradingView, the way that we live on Forex Factory, the way that we live on Twitter. CoinMarketCap is where we need to be, along with CoinGecko, and there are a few other sites as well. But I've chosen CoinMarketCap today. All right. Now we look at BNB and we say to ourselves, all right, I say to myself, let's take someone here, Frederico. Here, we've got Frederico in the chat here. Welcome, Frederico, to the chat. And I say to Frederico, I want to send you some money. I want to send you $100, Frederico. Not literally, don't get too excited now, but I want to send you $100. Now, I could ask for a Bitcoin wallet address and I could send that money in Bitcoin. I could ask for an Ethereum wallet address and I could send that in Ethereum. And that's typically what you'll find in the cryptocurrency space. A majority of the time, you'll be looking for Ethereum. But I say to myself, do you know what? It's going to cost me $15 to pay through Bitcoin. So I'm not going to use that. How? I'm going to send $100 and I'm going to pay 15% tax. No, 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 no. I'm trying to escape the financial system. I'm not, wait. Let's chill. I say, maybe I'll send it in Ethereum. It's going to cost me $6 to send it in Ethereum. So already I'm saving a lot of money. Instead of paying 15% tax, we can pay 6% tax. All right. Instead, I say to him, do you know what? Let me send it to you in BNB. Sending it to you in BNB is going to cost me what, 10 cents? 5 cents? Now suddenly I'm sending $100. I'm not going through any bank. I'm not going through any verified server. I'm not going through any forms of controlled measures. It's strictly between me and Frederico in this particular instance. And I've sent him $100 on the BNB network. So already you're looking at BNB now and you're saying to yourself, well, hang on a second. I understand that Bitcoin is a store of value, and I understand that Bitcoin is something that in the near future we're going to be looking at as a form of wealth. It already is. If you've got 100 Bitcoin, it doesn't matter if you have 100 Bitcoin at 15K or 30K or 100K. The point is you're a millionaire if you've got 100 Bitcoin, right? So really and truly, we know that Bitcoin is the doorway into crypto. We know it's the portal. It's the symbol for crypto. At the same time, we look at Ethereum. We know that everyone's going to develop on Ethereum. Now we go over to BNB, which sits in the top 4. And we say, well, BNB is a layer 2. It does what Ethereum does. BNB has the backing that Ethereum has. We have CZ. They have Vitalik. All right. We know that BNB wants to stick around for the longer term. CZ is very transparent with 99% of the things that he does, which is very good in the crypto space. In a decentralized crypto space, you'd be surprised to get 60% of honesty out here. Do you know what I mean? People flood towards honesty. That's why the channel's growing. Like, otherwise I'd be nobody. I'd have like one view on each video. You know, there's got to be a level of honesty. Now, excuse me, let me get some water. Now, you look at BNB and you ask yourself, well, okay, if BNB is going to be a better hodl than Bitcoin and Ethereum is during the next cycle, then what's the market cap of BNB? So you look at the market cap of BNB and you think to yourself, 37 billion. Well, hold on a second. For BNB to get to half a billion market cap, half a trillion market cap like Bitcoin, it's more than a 10x, it's a 15x. 15x. So if you're telling me I put $10,000 into BNB now and it does a 15x over the course of the next year and a half to 2 years, I'm going to walk away with $150,000. That's mine. I could do anything I want with it. That is correct. Now, we don't need to go into every token, but what we do notice is that this is being filtered by market cap. So at the top of the food chain, you've got Bitcoin that sits at 500 billion. You've got ETH that sits at 250 billion. Then it starts lowering a little bit. You've got BNB, which is at 37 billion. You've got Dogecoin, which is at 10 billion. You've got Solana, which is at 10 billion, 9 billion. Tron, 7 billion. Litecoin, 6.3. Polygon, 6.3. Polkadot, 6.1. And it goes lower and lower and lower. But the question remains, doesn't it? The question remains. This is the big daddy, Bitcoin, BTC. Every token that we're looking at is a competitor of Bitcoin, no matter how you look at it. Even the rubbish, the most rubbish tokens, they're competitors to Bitcoin. When you look at all these stupid meme coins that launch that have the weirdest names, that's a competitor to Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is why it's so often laughed at in the space. You'll look on Twitter and be like, look at this guy shilling this dead token, la 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 la. But it's because, like, bro, you've launched a token through cryptocurrency. You want it to have utility. You want to at least be able to market it to people and say, look, we're not going to be Bitcoin, we're not going to be Ethereum, but we can catch up to Polkadot. We can catch up to Polygon. We can catch up to Chainlink, and that's a majority of altcoins that come out. They can't do that. So what you do is you start splitting them into categories. Okay. Now, this is what I love about CoinMarketCap, because with CoinMarketCap, you can click on a button here called categories, just on the top middle bit here. And suddenly you have all sorts of tokens. All sorts. You've got the base ecosystem, which is very new. This just recently came out. It was, I think so. I shouldn't speak too loudly, but I believe it was the team that operate with SBF that launched the based ecosystem. And I think some stuff rugged on that. So I don't want to say too much on it. Okay. But you've got real estate tokens. You've got wrapped tokens. And what do we have right here? BNB chain ecosystems. Now, if you're clever and if you really want to make money in cryptocurrency, then you're going to want to stick around, because what we're going to do here is we're going to say, well, look, NJ, when I'm looking at BNB on the left here, I'm seeing 37 billion market cap. I'll be really honest with you, bro. There's more reasons for BNB to go lower today than it is to go higher. How can I assume that BNB is going to go any higher when it's already at 37 billion market cap? But what I can deduce from BNB is that it is a prominent cryptocurrency because it's in the top 4. It's below Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is where you're always going to be anyway. I wonder if there are any tokens that are either trading on BNB chain or that are being launched on BNB chain that can show any promise and utility in the crypto space. So what I do is I go back to categories and I say BNB chain ecosystem, and suddenly we've got CoinMarketCap right in front of us again. But this time round, we've got all the tokens that can talk to or interoperate with BNB. And suddenly we start narrowing our list down. At the top, we've got BNB itself, of course, that runs the BNB chain. We've got Dogecoin, Polkadot, interoperability. Remember I said that. DAI, Maker, eGold, Synthetics, Conflux, USDP. That's another stable coin. Compound. Now, when you're looking at these tokens, a lot of these tokens, they take you to other parts of crypto that go even deeper. For example, right? Look at this whole example that I gave with BNB. You have the same thing with Polkadot. Polkadot has its own ecosystem too, even though it can talk to BNB. But Polkadot is already at $6.1 billion market cap. So why would we want to buy Polkadot and tell everybody that it's going to go to 100 billion market cap? Is it possible? Hell yes. Does NJ think it's going to happen? Look, I'm not saying it will. I don't think it will go to 100 billion, but can it reach the previous highs? Maybe. Maybe. We can look at Polkadot in a little bit and maybe we can. You know? More to unfold on that as time goes on. Similarly with BNB. What do I see BNB doing? I see BNB doing a 4x. That's $1,000 per BNB coin. Maybe even a little bit higher. Okay, unless something else comes out to beat it. So all of these tokens that you're looking at on BNB, on the BNB chain, or that can connect with the BNB chain, you start noticing that the market caps change very, very quickly. We go from 22 billion on Tether, 500, oh, that's volume, sorry. You go from 83 billion on Tether, 37 billion on BNB. And as you get lower, you start noticing that we've quickly come below a billion. So Maker is at $1.3 billion market cap. Multiverse X eGold is at 805 million market cap, so less than a billion. So now you start wondering to yourself, all right, if I'm going to bet on anything to make me 10x, it's better to bet on something that has a lower market cap, that has a prominent use case, that has the potential to go to 1 billion market cap. And I think I'm safer buying something at 100 million market cap. Now, yes, we'll talk about this in more episodes to come. We've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the subject of altcoins. But if you stick to the safe options, you're looking at a 2x, 3x. The moment you start looking at these lower tokens, right? Let's see, for example, let's go down a bit. We look at XO mentioned this token the other day, Lena. Look how that's amazing. All right, Lena. Now we look at Lena and we say Lena is, I'm not telling anybody to buy Lena, okay? Make sure that everybody in the chat is aware, whether you're watching this live or recorded, I am not telling anybody to buy Lena. This is an exercise, all right? There will be times to buy. I'm already in a couple of altcoins. I'll share them with you guys, but I'm not telling anyone to buy this. Now we look at Lena and we say Lena is currently sitting at 135 million market cap. It's actually 75 million market cap, but with all the tokens, if all the tokens were on the market, it would be $135 million. All right. Now, a 75 million market cap, you think to yourself, what was the previous high for Lena? What was the all-time high for Lena? So going back in time, we got all the way back to 2021. We see that Lena was trading at 20 cents. So Lena was trading at 20x the price it is right now. So you take the market cap of Lena now, 75 mil, and you do 75 times 20, you're looking at 150. So at the highs, Lena was trading at $1.5 billion with a fully diluted market cap of roughly around, I don't know, 50% more of 1.5 bill, probably $2 billion. That was the all-time high market cap of that. And we had, in 24 hours, we had $178 million worth of trading volume. Okay? Now, you're going to look at Lena and you're going to say, well, all right, if I bring up a chart for Lena USDT here, if it's an investment that would interest you, you look at the chart and you say, well, look, this looks absolutely crap. Okay. You can't just call for all-time high, but what you can do is you can mark out where price was previously trading and you can watch for your triggers. All right. Now, if we take this range right here, for example, I'm just eyeballing it, okay? I'm just eyeballing it. This is the range here that I'm just taking. Okay? Now, inside of this range, you have got, what's the percentage? I want to have a look at the percentage. So, arrows. Let's look at the percentage like this. So, from here to here, you're looking at 230%. Okay, 230%. So that's a 3.3x. Okay, at the same time, if you was to buy here now, right, it would be a 475%, so 5.75x. And all you're doing is that's to 7 cents. Okay? If we was to come back all the way up to 7 cents, then we're probably looking at an Adam and Eve, aren't we? Then we're looking at an Adam and Eve. If you don't know what Adam and Eve is, go and Google it. I could do it for you now. Go on. We're all chilling. Adam and Eve trading. Okay? No, not strategy. Images. What have I clicked on? All right. Anyway, I'm sure you guys can all see it. It's the V and then the round. So similarly here, V, round, and then we get sent up. So again, if you was looking at Lena, you look at Lena and you say to yourselves, all right, well, with Bitcoin, I've got an 8x potential and that's higher risk. It's lower risk, but it's lower reward. With BNB, it's already sitting at 37 billion market cap. What am I asking for here? Am I asking for 370 billion market cap? And also, why am I asking for 10x in 2 years? Like, am I trying to make it, or am I trying to, buy a floor mat for the car? Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to buy floor mats for my car, my friend. I'm trying to buy my whole family a car each. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help my bloodline grow. I'm sure that's what you're all doing as well. So you say, all right, if I was to consider purchasing Lena as an example, I know that I'm at least aiming for these highs here. At least I'm aiming for these highs here. Now, if we're going to take a percentage of that and we look from here all the way up to here, we're looking at around a 13, 14x. Okay? So now suddenly you're thinking to yourself, all right, calm, all good. I know Bitcoin might not give it. I know Ethereum might not give it, but I know Lena might. If Bitcoin is pumping, Ethereum is pumping, altcoins are pumping, I know Lena might. Do you see what I mean? But then it gets even deeper than that. It gets even deeper than that. You can take tokens, right? You can buy altcoins that go from 10 million market cap to 200 million market cap, and it still won't be on this list. You see, we're in cryptocurrencies right now. We look, even if I scroll all the way down on this list to the top 100, the 100th coin that we have here is Rune. Okay? And Rune sits at 315 million market cap. Even if we was to long Rune right now, it still wouldn't be the same as longing a token that goes from 10 million market cap to 300 million market cap. Now, with Floki, I got into Floki. I had 3 entries on Floki. 3 entries. I had 4 million market cap, 8 million market cap, and 10 million market cap, and I was fully stacked. I still had a heavy moon bag when that price hit 3.5 billion. Now, 3.5 billion, if we just ask Google 3.5 billion divided, no, so how many times does 4 go into 3.5 billion? From the lows to the highs, stupid Google. It should just give you an answer. Somebody in the chat, let me know. Somebody in the chat. 3.5 divided by... No, I don't want it to be 4. Oh, yeah, 4 million. Yeah, calculate. So 800. 800x. Sorry, my maths is really bad, My maths is really bad. But 3.5, calculate that, and you get 875x. Okay? That's from the low to the high. 875. Now, I didn't get 875. Okay, but I got a very good amount. Now, we need to do that again. But in order to find those tokens, it's all good talking about tokens in the top 100. It really is all good talking about these tokens. But which one of these tokens are going to print you 100x? Which one of these tokens are going to give you 1000x? Now, early on in the cycle, you're going to get rotations from large caps to mid caps to low caps. Now, everything that you're looking at in the top 100, the top 50, I would say, are the large caps. Hey, Liz. Hope you're doing well, love. Thank you for tuning in. Smash a like on the video. Those are the large caps. All right. So when we're talking about large caps, we're talking about BNB, Dogecoin, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, Shiba Inu, Avalanche, Chainlink, Uniswap, Cosmos, Atom, Monero, Filecoin, Hedera, Mantle, Lido, LDO, Kronos, Arbitrum. How is Kronos still in the top 36? I'm very surprised about that. How? Arbitrum is going to be another one. But you see, when we're looking at these kind of tokens, you can only talk about 10x, 20x, maybe 30x. Maybe 30x. Honestly, if I bought some IOTA, if I bought some IOTA at 477 million market cap and I saw it go to 1.5 billion market cap, I would probably take some profits. Because I know that this is a token that sits in the top 78. I know that this is a token that has already had its run. I'm not getting in at 10 million market cap. Wouldn't you prefer getting into something that starts off at 5 million market cap, at 10 million market cap, and it goes to 500 million market cap? It is honestly one of the best feelings that you could ever have in crypto. One of the absolute best feelings ever. In crypto, when you take a coin from 1 million market cap to 100 million market cap, you've broken two zeros. You know, you've broken two zeros, and it doesn't always work out. There's a lot of risk associated with it. But once you can manage your risk, for example, if I say to you, oh, one token that I bought, let me show you this token that I bought the other day, right? Hold on. I got into it. PETA and a few other guys were talking about this token. I looked into it and I liked it. So I was like, go on then. I got in lower than here. I got in at 2.5 million market cap. All right. And it looks like we are well on our way back to 2.5 million. I'm joking. But look, this is one of the tokens that I bought recently. Now, it might work out and it might not work out. Similarly, like when I'm trading, if, for example, I shorted OP at 163 and OP right now is at 166. So it's not working out for me right now, is it? But similarly with these altcoins, when you're looking to buy and trade these altcoins, some are going to work out and they're going to work out really, really well, and others won't. I'll give you an example of another project I was in. It's called MCC. I don't know if this is going to still be here because it pretty much rugged. It's still alive and stuff, but it rugged. It rugged. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, I got into MCC. This is not a very accurate chart. They must have relaunched it. December 2021. No, this is correct. This is correct. Now, when I got into MCC, right? I got into MCC right around these areas here, somewhere in this circle here. So it was between, now I got in at 4 million market cap. All right, so I got in here. This chunk of price is where I got in. So I bought the local top early on. Okay, early on in the game, I bought the local top. But then if we zoom out a little bit, no. I'm really wrong here. This is the daily time frame. I bought at 4 million market cap. Up here, we're looking at roughly 200 million market cap. Where is that 4 million market cap area? Sorry, guys. I do apologize for this. I really do. Where is 4 million market cap? Anyway, I got in somewhere. I know I bought the local top at the time. I think I bought the first candle maybe. The first candle had a spike on it. Here's the spike up here. I think I bought into that and it was already down. I know I was down for 2-3 days. I was down, right? And then price started pushing up. Until it went to 200 million market cap. This is the wrong chart, you know. Something about this chart just doesn't look, it looks wonky. But anyway, the point is that, you know, I put 10K into MCC, right? And at one stage, it was worth a hell of a lot more than 10K. It was worth something like 150K, 160K. Now, of course, it rugged, right? It did rug. Look at the rug that happened here, okay? But for a very, very good period of time, I had the opportunity to cash out a large portion of my gains. Now, even if I really believe in the project and I didn't think it was going to rug, and I didn't think it was going to rug, the dev went AWOL. He went psycho. You know, even if I didn't think the project was going to rug, at the same time, if I got in at 4 million market cap, at 100 mil market cap, you have to take some food off the table. You can't just cook the food and leave it all on the table. You've got to eat some. That's what humans do, right? We eat, you know? So similarly, right now, I'm in this token here called PAL, right? Now, PAL, again, it's the same thing. I've seen an opportunity in crypto. I know it's narrative driven, right? No, I did take profits. Ben is asking why I didn't take profit. I didn't get all out. 50% of my bag got rugged, and it was really crap. It was a really, really, really crap day. The devs, they disappeared. You couldn't reach out to them no more. They just deleted Twitter. They deleted Telegram. They put some update saying that they're firing their whole team and that they're going fully automated. And the community responded to that. Now, that token is still being traded today. I don't know who's trading it. And they've got so much in their treasury, but because of those actions that they took, it kind of turned into a rug. You know, with cryptocurrencies, you have to remember that your community is going to pretty much be everything, you know? Your community is what's going to drive your project. Just for example, like how you guys drive the NJ show. It drives the show, right? It drives the growth. It drives the channel. The more the community engages, the more we grow, the more we get to talk. Similarly with projects. Now, with pal.ai, I mentioned this in my Telegram the other day as well. And I specifically said, I said, look, in crypto, if we go back to coin market cap super quickly, in crypto, all of these categories that you see here, at one stage in the narrative, at one stage in the cycle, I can't tell you when, but at one stage in the cycle, a lot of these narratives will start going. So, for example, right now we have bot tokens. We had a coin that came out called Unibot. All right. This token came out. It had an incredible run. And as soon as it did what it did here, everybody realized that the narrative for making money on altcoins was to navigate towards the Telegram bots. All right. Now, nobody wants to long Unibot anymore. Everybody sees it's 111 million market cap and they say to themselves, oh, well, rather than taking Unibot from 111 million market cap, are there any competitors? Because it's the first of its kind. All right. It's the first bot, the first Telegram bot that's really going. Well, actually, it wasn't. Mev3 was the first Telegram bot that came out, but Unibot has the first mover advantage for some reason. You know? But people were going to look and they're going to say, well, look, it's got $10 million of trading volume. It's got $111 million in market cap. Is there not another token out there that is a competitor to Unibot, that does what Unibot does, that has the branding, that has the team behind it, that has the potentials to pump, maybe sitting at, 5 million market cap, 10 million market cap, maybe even 20 million market cap, but it has to be a serious competitor. And that's how I discovered PAL. That's literally how I discovered it. All right. Now I'm looking at PAL right now and I say to myself, all right, I bought in at 2.5 million market cap. I think it was somewhere that I literally did it when Petter tweeted it. The chart didn't look like this. It was still relatively new. I know that a lot of people got in earlier than I did. I'm not worried about that. I know some of the people that tweet about it, they got in at much lower prices than I did. And I don't care about that either. What I care about is right now I'm sitting on a 3x. So if you put $5,000 into this, you can't go in crazy amount of money. 5,000 is the upper regions, but if you was to put in $100 into this and it did a 3x, you can easily cash out your 3x right now and walk away. At the top, it was roughly a 4x, nearly even 5x at the top. You can easily cash out $500 or $1,000 or whatever, and you cash that out, and then do you know what you do? You come back to coin market cap, you go to currencies, you scroll down and you say to yourself, do you know what I might do? Yeah, I made some money today from these Telegram bots. I might put some money into Atom, because I know that Atom is going to be more of a 1 to 2 year kind of play. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my profits and I'm going to funnel it into Atom. Atom is at $3 billion market cap. I really believe in this not me, not NJ, but you. I really believe in this project. I know that the all-time high for this project was um $42. It was sitting at $1.6 billion market cap. Right now it's at no 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 no. It was sitting at it was sitting at 20 billion market cap. So given that it's at 3 billion market cap right now and my gains aren't going to be as crazy as the lower caps, every time you make profits, you can take them out and funnel them back into these larger caps. So for example, right, my friend, he really loves Chainlink. I love Chainlink as well. Um, I think Chainlink is going to do really well. So if you click on Chainlink right now, you see Chainlink, you look back, you look at the all-time high. The all-time high was at what, $48, $49. The market cap would be around, I don't know, 40 billion market cap or something like that. Crazy. You think to yourself, all right, if I think Chainlink is in accumulation right now, and I think Chainlink is going to at least go back to $36, $40, right? There's no harm in identifying coins like this that have narratives when the crypto space is moving, because you can then take profits from these coins as they go up. I think PAL can do 30 million market cap, 40 million market cap, 50 million in the short term. Is it going to actually do it? I don't know. Is my money on the table? Yeah, my money's on the table, because if I lose it, it is what it is. And if I don't lose it, and if it does go up, then I'll start taking profits incrementally. If I see 50 million market cap, for example, from here, when it's nearly at 5 million market cap, I'm going to cut half my bag. It's a 10x. In this environment, it's 10x. How can you not? How can you say no to that? Some people will say, yeah, I want to hold it. I want to buy it at the bottom and I want to hold it all the way to the top and I want to just sell it at the top. But you'll find that you'll very rarely make money if you do it that way. Because if you do it that way, how often are you going to be selling? And how often are you going to be buying? For example, like right now, it's at 6.7 million market cap and it doesn't look very great on the chart. But what if this is the low? You know, what if we're going to come and retest this area here at 5.8 million? You can't really do TA on these lower caps, but you know, what if it's going to come down and retest these areas here? And then tomorrow you wake up and because it's a lower cap token, because it's got less volume than anything that you're going to see in the top 100, because it's got such a low market cap and the liquidity is a little bit thinner, you could wake up tomorrow and this could already be at 15 million market cap. You could wake up tomorrow and there could just be one FU candle that just takes out all of these highs and makes a new high. You know, so that's the potential, the risk to the reward. If you're going to buy something like Bitcoin, right? Or Chainlink, if you're just going to put all your money into Chainlink now, then fine. If you've got $2, $3, $4 million, do it. I would say do it. It's not financial advice, but I would do it, right? Because I know I could put 2, 3 million into Chainlink at, you know, $4, $5, maybe $2, $3. And then as it goes into the $40 markers or $20 markers, I know that I've made serious profits from that. But if I've only got $1,000 or if I've only got $10,000, why am I investing all of it into Chainlink? Does that make sense to make money in crypto? Because the whole bull run will come. There'll be all these stories about how some people made 500x, some people made 1,000x, and you're there with your 5K that you've put into Chainlink at $7 and you've sold it at $28 and you've made 40K. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for you. But everybody made millions and you've made 40K. And that is why over the last year, we couldn't really talk about those kind of altcoins because the Fed were actively removing liquidity from the market. The market was being hammered consistently. Every single FOMC, it was quantitative tightening, QT, QT, QT. You guys all know, you were here with me the entire time, you know? It was QT, non-stop QT. Now they're talking about QE in January, but we don't want to wait for that. We don't want to wait until the good news comes out. We want to buy when the FUD is at the absolute highest. We want to be making money and stacking our bags when the market is in despair. We're in depression right now. I swear to God. If you look at that market maker cycle thingy, Wall Street cheat sheet. Oh God, which one is it? It's all of them, isn't it? They're all the same thing, aren't they? Yeah, here we go. You look at the cheat sheet. Oh my gosh. I think, oi, what's going on here? I think that we're in the depression phase, or we're going to be in the depression phase. I think we're at the top of the depression phase. So, like right now, you've got to ask yourself, all right, NJ, why weren't you talking about altcoins in January 2022? Well, my friend, complacency does that to people, and yeah, Ben, we're going to talk about altcoins in a minute. I'm going to get you guys to shill me your altcoins in a minute. We're going to look through them before I head off, all right? Um, when you're going through complacency, anxiety, denial, and panic, capitulation, look how aggressive the sell offs have been. You tell me, like look at a token, any token, even if you're looking at a top 50 token or a top 100 token, you're looking at, hold on, OP is not a good example. Let's just use Bitcoin. You're looking at all of this price action here, all of this price action that you're looking at here. Why would anybody want to talk about up only or alt season, or why would anybody want to talk about looking at alts? But when we start getting accumulation, guys, and now we are in accumulation, we're nearly done with it, bro. We're nearly done with it. Do I think we're going to go lower? Yeah, I think we're going to come out and take out the lows, but who cares? Who cares? What does Bitcoin have to do with PAL? You can make money off lower tier coins, tier 3, tier 4 coins that are prominently trying to become tier 2, tier 1 coins, and you can take profits from them, and then you can put it into your favorite top 100. But even though I think Bitcoin's going to go to 15K, what does that have to do with lower cap coins? It will only really affect the top 200, top 300 altcoins. I think they will shit the bed if Bitcoin does that. But on these lower projects that are really trying to make it, you have to identify what the narrative is. So look, even now, for example, right, we have been dumping since July, mid-July, we've been dumping. We were at 31.5K in mid-July, and we hit 28.5K like yesterday, you know? So if that was the case, then fine. We saw across the board alts have been going lower. We saw MATIC going lower, Polygon going, Solana going lower, all these tokens going lower. But meanwhile, on the other side of crypto, where you've got the 10 million market caps, the 15 million market caps, the 20, 25, 30 million market caps, provided that they've got enough liquidity and trading volume, we are seeing them doing very relatively okay. I just find it weird when the price of Bitcoin is going down and we're talking about, 1R, 2R, 5R, 6R, 10R trades. And then I've got my friend who's like, yeah, I made 2 bar in the last like 6 months. And I'm like, how? Bitcoin's been going down. Bitcoin, there's no liquidity in the market. There's no this in the market. There's no that. He's like, yeah, bro. But to be honest, AI. Now, when we look at AI, for example, right, what do you think of? You think of GRT, right? Is it GRT? What's the token for Chat GPT again? Hold on. Yo, somebody tell me, when will we have a true bear market? We've just had it. Greg, where have you been? What do you think this is? What do you think all of that is, Greg? You know? It's like, can somebody tell me what the coin for Chat GPT was? Can somebody tell me what the coin was for Chat GPT? I really want to know. Now, Sui's a good one. Let's look at Sui, right? Because you see with Sui, it's a new coin. I ignore all of that. Ignore all of that. This token here, I think, is going to really rip when the time comes. I think it's going to really, really rip when the time comes. I think that as long as we can continue in our accumulation like this, I can't tell you when it's going to be, but I'm expecting it to do something like this. And I'm expecting it to really rock it up, I'm not aiming for, I mean, I would buy some Sui. But not right at this moment. Would I buy it? No, I wouldn't at this moment. I think I would wait. As we've got someone in the chat here already saying here, only 5% of the tokens are in circulation. So it is concerning. It is concerning. It is. But at the same time, when you've got a fully blown bull market, that's actually okay because you've got so much money coming into the space already that your token, maybe on the days that you have the releases of the tokens you'll get a dip, but the dip won't last for very long, in fully blown peak bull run. But we have to make sure that we're all prepared for that. Now, with Sui, I do think that it's going to rip hard when the time comes. But when I say it's going to rip hard, I think, let's look at Sui, right? Let's see what number it is on coin market cap. So if we look at Sui, is that the right? Yeah, Sui, that's it. Yeah, that's correct. If we look at Sui, the current market cap for Sui is 434 million market cap. And we have got 7.23% of the supply circulating. It's a total of 10 billion tokens. The fully diluted market cap of Sui is $6 billion. All right. So that means that it's kind of a trick, really, because if you're looking at Sui on CoinMarketCap, you're going to say, well, NJ, this token, you were talking about the top 100, the top 500, the top 1,000. Like, where would PAL sit? Let's just have a look at where PAL would sit, right? Hold on. PAL. PAL doesn't even have a number. It doesn't even, it's so low on the exchange. It's so low. It doesn't even have a number. It doesn't even have one. That's how low it is. But Sui claims that it's at 6,000. No, no. Sui's in the top 100. Stupid. It is in the 86, number 86. And if I go to PAL again real quick, PAL is 2,500. Right. For anybody who saw that, just ignore that. Delete that part of the script out of your heads. NJ made a little mistake. Still. Right. So you've got like PAL, which is at 2,507. I'm saying that if this goes to 100 million market cap, if it does, I don't know if it can, but even 50 million market cap, that number that you've got right here, 2507, that will change to top 500. And that's what you're looking for. You're saying, all right, where can I capitalize on my best gains in cryptocurrency? Oh, I need to find a token that can go from the depths, the bottom of cryptocurrency, and carry me in to the 500, top 500, top 400, top 300. Oh my god, you're making money. If it goes into the top 200, bro, you've made too much money. You've made too much money. So similarly now with Sui, we're looking at the top 86, but in reality, if it actually did have a fully diluted market cap of 6 billion, it would be in the top 10. It would be in the top 10 right now. Now, right now it's at 60 cents and it would already kind of be in the top 10 if all the tokens were circulating. So do I think it's going to rip? Yes. Do I think it's going to print a 5-10x? Yes, I do think it will. Do I think it's the best purchase that you can make if you're somebody that has a lower account? I really don't think so. I think maybe for a rotation, like say for example, you're in the right place at the right time and you see Sui at 40 cents, 50 cents, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to buy it because I want to make a 2x. Like all the other tokens that I'm in at the moment, they're not really doing anything. Large caps are the ones that are kind of showing promise right now. So yeah, I'm going to put my money into Sui. If it does a 2, 3, 4x, then great. If not, I'm going to rotate it back into other altcoins. So, for example, PAL. Now, somebody asked me in the chat, you said, can you teach me how to buy PAL? I will, but this is not financial advice, okay? If it does go up 10x, I don't want you to be tweeting saying Trader NJ was the one that forced me to buy this. I am so happy now that I have a 10x because of Trader NJ. I don't want that because I'm not a signal service. I bought PAL. I'm telling you about it. We're on a podcast, we're talking, we're with each other. It's an enjoyable time, enjoyable for me, enjoyable for you. I'm not saying, yo, because you've joined this podcast, you have to buy PAL. I'm not saying that. And I'm going to have to keep reiterating that over the course of the next year. But anyway, look, if you want to learn how to buy this token, it's very simple. You go to the DEX tools and you look for PAL, all right? You look for PAL. Now, at the top, I'm looking at all of this. I don't just click on any one. Let me zoom in a little bit for everybody. I want one that has 99 DEX score. I want one that if everybody's been talking about it for the last week, 2 weeks, then I want something that's launched recently, so 15 days ago. I want the liquidity to be higher than any other token that I look at in this list. So there it is. It is 515k. And I want the volume, the trading volume, to be there as well. So the trading volume is there for USDT and ETH. Okay, so I click on PAL, and there we go. We've got PAL here. Now, what I do is I go on Uniswap. I go on Uniswap and I say, oh, I can't even. There we go. I go on Uniswap and I click on the token. Now, what you do is you copy the token address. So the token address sits on the top left hand corner underneath the ticker. You click on you copy the address. You put it here into the token, and now you have PAL AI, and it will tell you this token isn't traded on leading US centralized exchanges because it is a low cap token. You know, it's not a micro cap, it's low cap. And then there you go. Now, if I wanted to trade one ETH or 41, one ETH, which is in at $1,800, it would say, okay, you can buy PAL. This is how much PAL you'd get. I think you need to set your slippage to 5% or something like that. You can leave it on auto, but I don't like to do that. I put it on 5 or something like that. There we go. And then you'd get 250k PAL tokens. All right, that's how you do it. All right, that's how you do it. This is not financial advice. Not financial advice. Let's see if any pictures can come up there for anybody who wants to. This is not financial advice, okay? Not financial advice. All right, just so that everybody's on the same page with me, okay? Now, but yeah, I bought this in it. I think it can go higher than this. I think that this Telegram bot narrative, not just that, but revenue sharing. Revenue sharing is a big one in crypto right now. Everybody is on it. And if you go to CoinMarketCap, on the right hand corner, you can actually see, look at the trending categories. If you click on Telegram bot, we've got a bunch of bots in here already. Look at all these bots that are in here. Listen, my friends, smash a like on the video because we are 9 likes away from 100 likes. This is your playground. This is your casino. If you're somebody who likes to, throw in $100, $200, if you like to didn't all the influencers get the token OTC in return for shilling it? I didn't get OTC for PAL, bro. I did not pay a single dev money to get tokens from PAL. OTC means over the counter. I did not pay for my tokens through the team. I did not do that. All right. But nice try. And since you're a troll, I didn't block the previous guy, so I'm gonna actually block you. So hide user. There you go. There you go. Now, anyway, the point I'm making about this is that when you go to this category, you see Unibot here at 120 million market cap. Okay, that's where you see Unibot. Now, as you go down the list, you can see like Lootbot, for example. I haven't got any of these tokens, but I'm researching this one right now. Look at this one, Lootbot. It's 2 million market cap. Have I shielded it on my Twitter? No, I haven't. Do you see what I mean? Now, I'm looking at Unibot and I'm thinking to myself, okay, 120 mil market cap. Bruv, I don't care if Lootbot can't go to 120 mil market cap. But if it can go to 50 though, that is 25x. So if I put $4,000 in and it does go to 50 million market cap, guess what? It's going to be liquid. It's going to be open to sellers. And you're going to shot 100 grand, $100,000 from your 4K investment. If it rugs, I did my research and I thought, yeah, it's worth a buy. I haven't bought any yet, by the way, but I'm looking into it. If it rugs, then I've lost 4K. But look at the R to R. You know when somebody says to you, I've made a 25R trade today. They're saying that they went into a trade and they risked whatever they were willing to risk. And then in return, they got 25R back from that. So if you're risking $1,000 and you get 25R, that's 25 grand that you've made. Similarly, if you put 4 grand and you make a 25R, you're going to make $100,000 from that leverage trade. It's the same thing in here, except you're playing on spot, you know? So just as an example, this is just one example. I haven't touched it. I'm just looking into it, but PAL sits in this category. There's PAL right there, 2507. I saw this one. I like what they're doing. They're bringing revenue sharing into it. Do I think it's going to go to Unibot territories? I don't know. But if it can go to even 1/3 of what Unibot's done, how many X's is that for all of us? Honestly speaking, how many X's have we printed? PAL is at 5 million market cap or 6 million market cap. If it goes to 30 million market cap, which is 1/4, a quarter of Unibot, we've made 5x. So to make a 5x on Unibot, Unibot has to go to 500 million market cap. Does that sound realistic in this market? I don't know, right? We had the same thing with AI. We saw what Optimus did, right? Optimus, I didn't take Optimus. Everybody took Optimus and I didn't take Optimus. And there were people in the community, in my own community, there were people that were telling me, oh, you missed out, NJ. Oh, you missed out. You got Floki and you claim that you're into the memes and you're into this, you're into that, but you missed out. Look, Optimus, etc., etc., etc. You know? But look what Optimus did, guys. Optimus, it ran, when I got told about Optimus, it was literally at 2 million market cap, 1 million. In fact, no, it was 1 million market cap when I got told about Optimus. Optimus ran to 62 million market cap. Look how many opportunities people had to get out of Optimus. Here, you had opportunities here. You had opportunities anywhere here. You all love price action. I know you all follow SC and XO, so you all understand market breakdowns. So look how many opportunities you have to get out. But if you bought in at 1 million market cap, even if you got out here, that's a 30x. Even if you got out at the bottom at 30 million, you've made 30x. So if you had put $500 into Optimus at 1 million market cap, this is less than 1 million. 1 million market cap is here. There we go. At the top of that accumulation at the bottom there. If you put in $500, even if you're round tripping your gains all the way at the bottom here and you sell at 30 million market cap, you're still getting 15K from that. And if you got rugged, if it got rugged, it looks like it's rugging now, doesn't it? Or I don't think it is. I don't think it actually is. I think I think it's had its run, and when it becomes relevant again, it will probably have its run again, you know? Am I buying any Optimus right now? I'll let you know if I do, but I haven't at the moment, and I don't think right now I will be. All right. But the point is that even at whoever bought at 1 million market cap, they're still 10x up right now. Where in crypto can you show me another 10x? Where in crypto can you find another 10x? It gets worse than this. You know, there's a degen playground where people play with low market caps, 10K market cap, 20K market cap. It's I don't like that playground personally. I tweeted about it the other day. If we go to my Twitter, I can show you. I tweeted about this the other day, and I will be wrapping up the stream soon, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Did we hit 100 likes yet? We're 1 like away from 100 likes. So if anybody wants to, what did I put here? I put I personally don't like coins under 2 million market cap. You can make money from them, but the risk behind it just isn't worth it. It's worse than a casino almost. At 2-3 mil market cap, if the project has a narrative, like right now we do with the Telegram bots, like a couple of months ago we had with AI, right? And then we're going to have another narrative in a couple of months too. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to have another narrative, you know? And then we'll try and milk that as well. And then whenever we get profits from that, we'll just churn it back into the high caps, Solana, Chainlink, Polkadot, you know, to then compound those rewards into less riskier plays. But you know, at 3 mil market cap, if the project has a narrative and a real product, you have a better chance of winning and taking profit. So literally, like right now, what I'm doing is I'm looking at all of these projects. I'm really researching them, you know, like trying to look at all these projects. Like I was looking at Waggybot yesterday. Some of these projects have some really weird names, you know, and I'm, you know, 90 of the projects that I look into, I'm not going to take them. I'm going to look at them and think, no, hell no. And there's certainly no chance that Trader NJ is going to tweet that. No way. Do you know what I mean? But Opti was continuously shielded by Peta and Dank. But yeah, but look, listen, me and Dank don't get along, right? Me and Peta, we get along a lot. He's family for me, but me and Dank, we don't get along. Even though we don't get along, you can't chat shit to him. He printed 60x. He got in at 1 million market cap, even if he got his tokens for free, or even if they fell out the sky, or even if someone paid him to do it. It does not matter. If you had listened and put 1K or $100 in at 1 million market cap when they were shilling it, you would have had plenty of opportunities to shill, to not just shill, plenty of opportunities to get out at the highs. Plenty. So you can't blame somebody for talking about a coin that gives you a 60x if you're not happy about the way that they got it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that you're doing that, but I'm just saying that, look, Peta and Denk, they saw the vision when I didn't, and they bought into it when I didn't, and they made the gains from it when I didn't. There's always another opportunity in crypto, but the mindset needs to be clean. Like, you need to understand the mindset. Another token, NXRA. So look, let's have a quick look at Alliance Block. NXRA. So Alliance Block. Now, Alliance Block sits in the top 400. All right. It sits in 364. I like the fact that it sits in the top 400. Excuse me. Because you see, with Alliance Block, what you're looking for is you're looking for a potential blue chip. All right. You're looking for a project that sits in the region of 20 to 50 million market cap. You're looking for a project that you can hold over the longer term. That, because when you're looking at projects like PAL and Optimus and these kind of tokens that sit in the top 2,000-3,000, there's a certain risk associated with them. Like, your project could get rugged at any time. You just don't know. The dev could go mad and your project could get rugged. But when you're putting it in to a coin that's sitting at 50 million market cap, that has data all the way back from 2020, I believe. Is it 2020 or is it, this is 2020? Where's all, man? All. Oh, yeah. So this project used to be called ALBT, and they launched, I think, in 2020. Then they rebranded, I think it was this year, I think they rebranded to Alliance Block Nexera. Now, this has a new ticker, NXRA, which means it's going to have a new chart. But this used to be called ALBT. Now, we know that this project has already run to roughly 10 cents, 11 cents. So that is what, 52x from where it is right now. So that's already 100 million market cap. And it's very, very close to the diluted market cap. Look at this, right? The fully circulating supply, your market cap is 49 million, 48 million. But your fully diluted market cap is 60 million. So it's only a 10 million difference. Now, if you look at something like Sui, right? You look at something like Sui and you're saying, well, market cap right now is 435 million, but fully diluted, it's 6 billion. So when are these tokens going to come on the exchanges so that people can dump on me while I'm holding this bag? Do you know what I mean? So when looking at NXRA, the number one thing that you're going to look at is most of the circulating supply, 82.5%, is already on the market, which is brilliant. Number two is they've been around for a long enough time. Number three is, in terms of volume, even when they're not really relevant right now, they're still performing $428,000 worth of volume in the 24-hour period. Now, you can take projects that are relevant that will be doing 10 million, 20 million, 100 million in volume. But when a project is not relevant at the time and you want to invest into it, you're going to be looking at this project and you're going to be thinking to yourself, yeah, well, if I'm going to invest in any of these projects, I want it to have a good trading volume, even in its bear market. So I like the fact that it has consistently kept a decent trading volume, you know. And if we just go to all here, if you go across all of these days, you can see on some days it even had 2-3 million trading volume, you know. So I personally think, I've been speaking to XO about this one as well. Maybe he will bring it up himself. I'm not saying that the low is in. It can go a lot lower than it is right now. But at the same time, I do think this is going to go back to $1. All right. So Call it at 18 to 20x. I think that it's doable. Now, 18 to 20x, why do I think that it's such a healthy target? Well, because we're not in the top 10, we're not in the top 20, we're not in the top 30. We're looking at a project that actually has a good use case, that has a good team behind it, that has been around for a while, that's generating trading volume, and they're in the top 400. So we know that this has the potential to go even higher. Do you see what I mean? Because even if we just look at, there's so many things that we can look at. We've run out of time now. We've run out of time. But even like looking at the exchanges that they're trading on, right? They're trading on KuCoin. Now we know KuCoins is not a tier one exchange, but I would easily put it in tier two for centralized exchanges. Tier two is good, you know. We know that it's already trading on KuCoin and a lot of the volume is being generated on KuCoin. Khalil here is saying that it's just partnered with Capgemini. We can even go on their Twitter, you know, we can even go onto their Twitter and we can even have a peek on their Twitter. So if we go to, we just type in $NXRA, Alliance Block comes at the top, building the infrastructure of a decentralized tokenized market. SC's following them. I know he holds a bag of this. You've got the website here, which tells you more about what's going on. So if we just click on, that's not the website, that's the communities. This is the website here. You click here. What kind of website have they got? Who are their backers? They've put their backers right at the top, you know? Everybody that's involved with them. You can even see right now that BNB chain is associated with them, you know. So who owns BNB chain? Binance. Who owns Binance? Who's the CEO? CZ. So you can kind of already start putting it together. Quant, QNT, they're associated with them. And I can let you guys go through this, you know. Chainlink is partnered with them. Open Wealth, Energy Web, Ava Labs, you know, AVAX community, they're partnered with them. BNB's partnered with them, as I've already said. So I think that in peak bull, this is going to go up back to $1. Can it go higher? Yeah, it can, but I think it will go back to $1. I see some people talking about WLD in the chat. Yeah, WLD is the best token to short, man. It's got the most horrible tokenomics. So I traded this a couple of days ago. I tweeted it though. I did tweet it, but I didn't tweet about it again. Me and the boys have been trading this quite often. So the trade that I put out was if we can tap the highs, we'll go back to the lows, and that's what it did right here. If I just show you right here, tap the highs, tap the lows, tap the highs again, this time deviation, and now it looks like we're gonna tap the lows again. I'm actually not trading this right now because I'm in two trades. I'm in MATIC and I'm in OP. And I think OP is not even doing good. Let's see what MATIC is doing. MATIC is pumping a little bit, which is shit. That's pretty shit, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna let that one run. And OP is trying to stop us out. OP is trying to stop us out. So look, wait for the conservative plan. Is Bitcoin doing anything that's cool? Yeah, Bitcoin is because of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is now at 29.3K. If this deviation is confirmed, we'll have to cut all the shorts, you know? We'll have to cut all the shorts and focus on longs for the short term. But you see at the same time, if Bitcoin is pumping or if Bitcoin continues to range like this, if Bitcoin wants to do this for another couple of months or whatever, then, you know, all these lower cap tokens are going to go crazy. Like they're going to pump, you know? So, so yeah, so look, that's it for today. I'll try and come back tomorrow. I'm getting Superman vibes, says Frederico. I'm getting flashbacks to Supo. Look, to be honest, Supo was one of the best back in the day. He was one of the best back in the day. And he inspired me when I was a lot younger in the crypto space. You know, he inspired me. And look, if you look today, fast forward 6 years later, and I'm doing the same thing. So it's a privilege for somebody to say that. Take care, everyone. Anyway, smash a like on the video if you can. It would be really, really grateful for it. We're at 108 likes now at the end of the stream. Fantastic work. Please do subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. We've got a lot to look into and a lot to talk to over the coming weeks and months. It's going to be a crazy roller coaster for 2 years. So Get involved in the community, all right? And if you're not tuned into the Telegram, it's the first link in the description below. Get involved in the Telegram, all right? It's for free.